Sorry about that. Contestant number 4, Toy Wiley. Toy Wiley, overcoming rape. Toy Riley, overcoming rape.
How many of you grew up with an imaginary friend? Let's see a show of hands. I know there were a few of you with a BOGO, or a bingo, or a drop dead Fred, like the 90s movie. You know that friend that you did everything with, went to the park, played on the playground, and even tried to convince your friends and your family that the friend was real, and they all knew it wasn't. Was it the same for me? I'm glad you asked. Absolutely not. Contest master, fellow Toastmasters, and distinguished guests, good evening. My imaginary friend was not your typical friend. She was an acquired taste, if you will. She followed me from my childhood all the way to my adulthood. My imaginary friend's name was Rafe. Yes, Rafe. I know, a very strange name, right? Well, Rafe, also known as Fear, was like this imaginary friend that I thought was bringing me comfort, but really, she would pop up at times where I needed to grow, when I needed to pivot, when I needed to face adversity head on. So I would question, was she a friend or was she a foe? Now I know what some of you were thinking. Is this girl okay? Does she have voices happening in her mind? Well, I heard a motivational speaker say by the name of Devin Franklin in one of his speeches that our biggest fears are simply a perception of what we think pain will feel like, so we never live. Now, I know for some of you, you know how to face your fears head on with your chin in the air, and you will go toe to toe with your fears. But for some of you, with every step you take, and every move you make, and every thought you have, your fears are right there next to you, like a tick, sucking the life out of you. For me, I was married to fear. Fear and I were so locked in. I named this speech Overcoming Rafe to display how locked in we were, to display how embedded she was in my mind. The minute that I would think I could do something different, I would step out and she would pull me right back into my comfort zone. I wanted to apply for this amazing job. And the minute that I got the courage to tell my boss that I was the girl for the job, here comes Rafe. Oh, Toy. There's a pool of well-qualified candidates that are much better than you. Don't do it. You'll just embarrass yourself. Ugh. She was just awful. But if I'm honest, I believed every single word she said. And I let that other person go and get that job without giving it a fighting chance. While working, I said I wanted to go back to school and get my MBA. And the moment I started typing my name into that application, here comes Rafe again. Oh, Toy, do you honestly think you can go back to school full-time and go to work? You don't have what it takes. Don't do it. Ugh. She was just dreadful. But if I'm honest, I still believed every word she said. But I said, you know what, Rafe? This time, if you're going to be this pessimistic voice that's haunting me and taunting me not to do things, you're just gonna have to come with me. So with every homework assignment, with every test, with every conversation with my professor, I was able to transmute her voice into perseverance and strength across that stage. I found myself, if I'm honest, in a rather toxic situation, relationship. And if I'm honest, it grew that way from both parties. And the minute that I got the courage to say, hey, this isn't working. Here comes Rafe again. Oh, Toy, you're not pretty enough. You're not smart enough. You're not worthy of love. I had to let that go. Because I was so tired of being bound and being stagnant, and I just wanted to be free because Rafe was keeping me from who I was called to be. I actually have a positive outlook on fear that I think will sit well with you. If fear ever pops up for you, I want you to face that very thing you fear and you rise. Face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. Face everything and rise. Miss Contest Master.
Can I have 1 minute for the judges to cast their ballots? Thank you.